Fam, what'd you say, fam?
Do SummerSlam feel like SummerSlam this year?
I don't feel like, I'll tell you that much. I mean, again, all I'm going to say is based off that conversation we were just having, look at where folks are. This is the show so far. It's not.
Why?
It's a very white show. It's a
Mexican.
and this is 7 matches already.
Blah.
I want to see Gunther win a title.
Sorry.
I don't know what else I'm like.
Wait, so number 2 is interesting.
Bailey Nia Jax because of Tiffy time.
Because of Tiffy time. I think 6 is interesting.
Sammy and Braun. Braun could get the chip.
And I think 7 is interesting.
That's going to be the fact that they made that there's anything could happen.
I think the only thing.
Nope, not a damn.
The only thing I don't care about is 5. Everything else is there's some intrigue.
Logan Paul versus LA Knight for the United States Championship could be a pre-show match right now if you really wanted to.
Yeah, absolutely.
There.
Yeah, everybody else there's some intrigue with everybody else. Punk and McIntyre feels like a big deal right now.
Biggest match. That's the biggest.
Liv and Rhea, depending on if they get some type of form of Dom and Judgment Day in there, people will be talking about whatever's going to happen in that match, especially if Rhea wins.
I don't like that match.
Why? Why? Talk about it.
I'm
intrigued.
What part is intriguing?
No, I'm intrigued with you asking or saying that you're not into the match. I think everybody's kind of been the conversation about Dom and.
I wanted to hear about the Coons, but I'm gonna say this only ends in a swerve. Like we know that this swerve.
It's a wrap.
Yeah, it's a wrap. It's nothing else. There's no other way you can go with this. So I don't really like this one.
As soon as she licked him, I knew it.
She licked him all in the COVID time. She licked him all up in the face.
Nah,
I'm okay with the lick, but this, like, I don't like
this. I don't like it either, Math. Yeah, say it. I don't like it.
I liked it.
I don't like this.
Why you don't like it? You don't like it the same reason I don't like it.
Why don't you like it, Math?
I don't like I don't know how to word it.
No, just word it.
Adding Dom to this shit makes it ass to me.
Okay.
I think they didn't need Dom to be added to this to make it special because they already had a beef without him.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
What was the story?
Well, no, I mean, literally,
they're friends.
Well, no, wait. In fact, they were a tag team, and at one point, Rhea injured Liv. Liv's shoulder injury, whatever, was a Rhea thing. And then when Liv came back, she threw the chair. She legit took Rhea out. I don't think she was supposed to, but that it's low key been a storyline because of these injuries. And I think when Rhea went out and Liv got the title, they said this is going to be SummerSlam.
But it was already my bad, Mimi. It was already Dom was already involved in the Judgment Day shit, which is already its own thing.
But everything. It's a lot of double dutching. A lot of stories is
facts. That's facts.
But that's just what they doing. They're using this to end it.
But they didn't need him in this.
In this.
Yeah,
I think this is rinse and repeat. And that's what I don't like about it, because I feel like y'all saying, they had legitimate beef from them being tags, her leaving her in the ring after they lost their tag titles. Then she got put out and she just completely forgot about her friend. And now she's back. Like, the whole revenge thing, I get it, but I don't think that I agree with you. Like, Dom shouldn't be a part of it. And it feels like a Eddie Guerrero / China thing, and it doesn't have to be rinse and repeat, wash, rinse, repeat. It just doesn't. It doesn't.
What? Liv is facing Rhea at SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Matt, you said Dom is definitely swerving.
There's no other way. There's
another way. There is another way.
There's no other way.
Brother Finley has been moving interestingly during this whole ordeal.
But he's not moving to help. He's not going to help Rhea win.
No.
That's what I'm saying. There's no other way. This is like, I don't know. I just don't like it. Pardon me.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, I think because it's good to hear that because I think overwhelmingly, especially listen to the Buckle every Tuesday, I was always championing the storyline when it first happened, and people were like, shut the fuck up, nigga, you just love Jersey. And then like two weeks later though, people were like, no, I'm really starting to fuck with it. Like people were getting into the storyline, but it's been going on for months at this point. You either gotta, I don't want to say you got shit or get off the pot, but it's kind of been this same situation. It's got to change at a certain point. But hopefully the SummerSlam is some shit actually happens. Like I don't want to see a fully formed Judgment Day Monday. I'd like to see some splintering, some schism in the organization.
Let me ask you a question because we all do it. We all fantasy book, right?
Shut up, Corey.
How often do we get disappointed?
What's he saying?
How often do we get disappointed when the thing that we fantasy booked in our head don't happen?
It's rare.
It's rare. So? Like I feel like people are kind of married to their opinions. Like,
I thought you meant us.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about everybody.
What did say the question again? I'm sorry. I was reading Corey's stupid comment.
Yeah, fucking.
I agree with the terrible team picker actually there. But what I'm saying is how often we'll have an opinion like, yo, you know what should happen, and then that's what our mind does from there on out. Like that's what our mind does, right. And a lot of times pro wrestling fans in general. But I'm asking us here, it don't go that way. You know what I mean? How does that turn into that's not good?
My thing is always if I fantasy book something, I'm like, yo, this is the most logical, this makes the most sense, and it doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. As long as the story is good, I will take a good story over my predictions actually coming true. Because at a certain especially like the bloodline situation, the WrestleMania situation, there's so much going on. It's hard to like get so married to. For me, it's hard for me to get so married to this has to happen or I'm going to be upset. Like it's just too much at this point. Too many factors. I think too many tendrils in the stories to get married to that stuff. Maybe when I was younger, I got so upset when Hogan didn't win WrestleMania 6. My dumb ass when I was a kid. Because I thought Hulk Hogan had to beat the Ultimate Warrior that night. I learned then. I like to think. I don't know anybody else is on that.
I don't fantasy book at all because I like to watch it for what it is. And I like to watch the unknown. How I do think about, I wonder if I would like it if it goes this way, but I don't, I just don't, for this particular story, I don't like it because there's too many people involved. Like, especially this Jey Uso situation. Like, I do not think that he should be an asterisk in any of this because he has proved himself to know how to carry a story, whether it be serious, whether it be comedy, whether it be both at the same time. He got himself over, and now I feel like he's kind of being relegated to this rom-com situation, and it's stupid.
I think he's in a holding pattern, waiting on the rest of the story that he's actually going to be a part of. I think that's what that is with him. With all them niggas is they waiting for the bloodline to go back into, because there's going to be a point where they pull everybody back in, and so they got to do little bitty things with him until they get his brother back, and then him and they cuz back, and You know what I mean? I think a lot of them niggas. I think specifically he's in a holding pattern.
So okay, so even if he's in a holding pattern, right? I don't understand why they wouldn't give him the Money in the Bank joint.
Well, that was going to be my question. Like, so are we never going to see a Jey Uso
anything
singles title run or anything? Because that's
he is fucking Uso Hendry.
Uso Hendry.
It's over.
Damn.
I think it's over.
No,
No,
I refuse to believe that it's over. I refuse to believe that it's over.
That piece of him being one of them, yeah, he has the name main event Jey Uso, which I would have thought that motherfucking you would have pushed him to the main event.
Right.
I think that part is finished.
He's
still
main event. Hey, you call a nigga whatever you want. Don't make him.
He's still
what
doing
that name is.
That's still. I mean, he's still going to jam, but I don't think that's happening, bro.
Jay Hendry is funny.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if I ever thought that was for real happening. I mean, that's my personal.
Jay getting like a singles title or getting
not
like
attached. Like Jay, no, a single title is fine. I don't think it's gonna be a world title though.
But
even if it's not,
he's not getting any title.
Right. That's the thing for me. Like he's not even getting the Money in the Bank briefcase.
They didn't get it.
Got a whole nother year for that shit.
They didn't want it, but I just think they was tired of sitting. Sometimes you gotta get rid of the MacGuffin. Like you don't always need that sitting there. Like sometimes you gotta get it out your way because
they had a whole plan with that this year.
Yeah,
they make bombs out of nothing. MacGuffin. He used to make
MacGuffin is the thing you trying to get.
He used to make the bombs out of nothing.
That's MacGyver.
My mom be watching MacGyver.
He used to make the bombs out of nothing.
Pocket. He used to put that bitch together. 2 minutes later, he done blew up a spaceship.
Let me get some gum and some shoelaces.
I need thread, a thimble, and 3 private stock caps with the riddles already figured out. Anybody else, if you get the
but even with the holding pattern, you mean to tell me that you can't come up with a story for him a mini story for him to be involved in outside of this shit?
What's the story? They need another title. What's the story?
Put him in the Wyatt shit.
Why not?
He keep running from that shit.
There are already 2 stories involved in that Wyatt.
It's deep.
Because you got the Wyatt versus Buddy, and then you got Buddy still dealing with his old his
Alpha
old
Academy,
faction. So it's already too much entanglement.
I mean, before that,
show up.
Right.
Before they showed up, he had, and they were talking about, he had the Fireflies of mine now.
But then that one day he said, "Hey, y'all can have them."
That was the blackest thing he ever said.
Keep that shit.
Hold on, but
I don't want nothing to do with that.
That's what I'm saying. It goes to that because they said you turned your back on your family or whatever it was. That made perfect sense because he said, you could have the Fireflies back. Right. That's him turning his back on them.
On the pair of Fireflies. That's right. That should have been a whole spin.
It was a whole thing.
Until he did his thing. This whole thing with Chad Gable, is that interesting to anybody?
A lot of folks. I mean, everybody last month was like, "Oh my God, he should have won the match." Now
talk about it. I think people like seeing the Sister Abigail, but this storyline.
Speaking of that, and speaking of fumbles, they should have did better with Homegirl video this week.
But maybe that Nikki? I said the same thing, but I think it was done intentionally. I think she's not supposed to talk as much because that character doesn't really speak. I think it's supposed to be on purpose. Because I said the same thing, like, and then weird. I rewatched it again. I was like, it's supposed to be weird.
What's his opportunity there? Because they're not speaking in those interviews aren't in their characters. That's Eric Redbeard they talking to. That was, you know what I mean? Whatever.
But maybe she was turning. She was.
But what I'm saying is these videos have been
them niggas look crazy.
Outside of character. Now that looks great. But those videos have been outside of character. You missed. She has a lot. Like she had a lot that she can be upset
mad about.
You know what I
Right.
mean? I used to be
By
in a
her
good
look.
faction, and all them niggas left, and then y'all gave me Nikki Trash, and then you know what I'm saying? It
But
just
she's rotting. She's rotting. That's the character. The character rotted in the background for
For
months.
months.
but
Yeah.
those that's what I'm saying. Those interviews haven't been in character. That those interviews have been the people.
I understand, but she's not a person anymore. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. She rotted. She's rotting. She rotted inside out. So if she looks like she's like she probably got maggots as as
Wait,
blood.
wait,
Yeah.
Like she's not supposed
Be
to speak.
clear.
Mimi, you're saying that like how Eric Rowan
She
did like an
morphed.
Eric Rowan interview and then he's got like another character. There's no Nikki Cross to
No,
have
there's
the
no
sit down
Nikki Cross
interview.
to have that center. It's because she rotted. Like you saw her in the background, slowly,
That's a fact.
slowly, slowly. People would be interviewing. You would see her sitting on the stuff in the back, like just looking crazy, but slowly, slowly, slowly rotting. So when you rot like that, you become like almost like a zombie. And so that promo was actually perfect. It should not have been long because I said the same thing.
Mhm.
I said the same thing, but
She was
I
drawing.
watched it again and I was like,
Was she
oh,
drawing pictures?
No, that was what's his name? I thought that was my man Dexter that was doing it.
Dexter was drawing
Loomis?
pictures. Yeah.
I thought he was drawing a
Loomis
picture.
Simmons.
He's next, right? He's next.
He's
Yeah.
probably due,
Either him
yeah.
or Gacy.
Yeah, him and Gacy only ones that haven't had videos yet.
I
Yeah.
definitely don't care about hearing either one of them
I
talk.
like Dexter.
But wait,
I like him too.
are we could I mean again, SummerSlam's only got the 7 matches. I could see what's the name getting a match with Uncle Howdy, Chad Gable. They
This is
could easily
3-on-3.
add that.
That would be
Or they
3-on-3.
could do a 3-on-3. Yeah, they could do some type of squad versus squad because they're already fighting everybody anyway.
Right.
No,
It's you on the Creeds versus whoever.
Eric Redbeard, Uncle Howdy,
I don't like Uncle Howdy.
and Joe Gacy. You gonna get Uncle Howdy?
Hey, listen.
You not liking Uncle Howdy's amazing.
That goddamn pop you got for the Sister Abigail this week was
They love that shit.
yeah.
You not liking Uncle
Did
Howdy?
it really well.
Brother Math used to love
Love Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt. You not liking Uncle Howdy? That's sad.
I don't like this.
You don't like the mask? What you don't like?
Yeah, he should. I feel like he should wrestle with just as Bo Dallas.
I kind of think he is more than we think he is. I think this is a lot less supernatural than it feels.
I'm with you.
Like, so he may do it. There's a look to things,
Mm-hmm.
but I think for the most part, there's not going to be a whole lot of like things aren't going to float. There aren't going to be a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It may look away, but I think everything is going to be kind of explainable and not just like, oh, it's magic. The funny part is these are very, very dark good guys.
They are good guys. They're attacking heels.
And they done killed the whole backstage, yo.
They did, and then Adam Pearce said, "All right, you good? Come sit in my office. We'll have a conversation."
No, Alabama. I'm only scared of Uncle Pee Wee.
They don't want to.